Hello guys, Benji here from Thatchfield Farm. So today we have our next video. How to identify when a goat is near kidding slash give birth, or signs to tell she's near ready. It's all about sharing information, sharing my experience, sharing my observation from being around animals. Right, so hashtag share information, hashtag sharing experience. So guys, first thing you want to look at is the fulling out of the breast. That would be obvious. As you can see there, our breast is fulled out already. Milk is there, that thick milk that carries the colostrum, which is so important to the kid. There she is having some African star grass. She have access to some hay. Right, so yeah, so you look at the breast would full out. Also the swelling of the vulva. I get a shot of it if she'll allow me. Most goat don't like when you video their rear. Yes, so the swelling of the vulva, that vaginal hair there would swell in the latter stages of the pregnancy. Also you observe the stomach, the belly is no longer round. This one is still a bit round and up towards the back line. When she's near kidding, like a day or on the day of kidding, or probably a couple of days before, hair and the tummy here, you would observe here sinking down a lot more, and it would be almost in like this. That's when the kid would actually go down and position itself to actually be birth, exiting the reproductive system there. Yeah, so that's the swelling of the breast, fulling out of the breast with milk. The roundness, you will not see that round looking like her tummy is filled. It would sink somewhat, and the kids would be low, so they would be almost under her body instead of pushing outwards like that. You would see that here it's already sinking, but it has some more sinking in to do. So that is when the kid is getting ready to exit. So in the last stage of the pregnancy, about a month, what you want to do is separate the ewe, separate the ewe from the general herd. Whether it need increased feed, access to mineral. Here we have some free choice mineral. She was also on some grains. So you want to increase the feed, introduce her to minerals, vitamins if that is readily available, whether it be injectable, oral. Yeah, just separate her so that she can get adequate feed, so that you can have strong, healthy mummy would give birth to it. Go hand in hand. A strong, healthy you would give birth to a strong, healthy kid or kids. Continue eating. I'm not disturbing you, I'm just recording a video. So we talk about the gap between the tummy and the back line. Yeah, so you wouldn't see that roundness anymore. The tail here, you see where the back line goes down towards the tail, that also would become detached. And when I said detached, I mean if you feel the ear with your hand physically, it would almost feel loosened, almost is like it's not attached. So that is actually when the ewe is getting ready to have birth, that here becomes loosened so that the passage of the kid can pass through without little or no obstruction. This here right here I'm talking about here, if you feel it, this is still attached. it would almost detach. Right here it would feel very loose, and you could actually move around this area. You would not see it at this angle. It would become very loose. So that is one of the signs you could tell she's probably like a week or two out, or maybe more. I would have to check back the date. But I know she's in the latter stages here of January. She's due, or early February. So I actually separate her, giving her increased feed, giving her access to both hay, free choice mineral, fresh water, and just observing her. I will also compare this ewe with a ewe that is closer to giving birth, so you can actually observe the difference in what I just pointed out in the observation above. You would see the difference in the tummy. You would not see that full here. You would see the actual sinking that I'm talking about, the breast. In the latter stages of the pregnancy, most goats, depending on the breed or the feeding program, they would start producing milk, maybe from about 3 months onwards. And the vaginal hair would also swell. So those are two of the signs you could observe to tell that a ewe or doe is close, whether it be 3 months, 4 months, but close in the gestation period. Yeah, so we'd compare this doe with a ewe that is in an advanced stage, doing the steps that I just outlined. Separating the ewe, increase feed, giving her access to minerals, vitamin, whatever you have at hand. That would ensure it goes a far way in getting healthy kids. And you would have strength too, whether it be single or multiple birds. So my recommendation for farmers, separate the ewe, so that the ewe, whenever the ewe has kid or kids, it has that personal time with the kid. And also what it does, it allows the mother to bond with the babies, and it prevents other goats, because sometimes when a goat is in a herd, it would not be the dominant ewe. So when they are kidding, other goats would interfere with them, and sometimes even cause complication or kill the kid. They would buck the kid and maybe stamp it. So recommendations are, you increase the feed like a month before kidding is due or kids are due. Increase the feed. Can also introduce molasses. Molasses is a great source of energy, that quick energy that is needed. Sometimes you did not separate the ewe like a month beforehand, and maybe a week or days before that molasses can actually help. So whether you want to mix it, you want to however you introduce it, but molasses can introduce vitamin, administer vitamin, and help the mother to produce healthy kid. That would help the mother. So vitamins, yes, some molasses, vitamin, increase feed, separate the ewe from the general herd. We spoke about that before. Separate the ewe. This is actually a makeshift kidding pen, so you just have to be creative. You don't have to be any extravagant pen you set up for kidding. You just need to separate the goat so that it can have that personal time and that feeding to itself. Like I said, it would prevent other goats from fighting her, preventing other goats from killing the kids, losing the kid, and also to the elements, because if they are out and the rains fall or it is cold, you could lose that kid. So when you have some bedding, warm, you can realize it's covered. So it would protect her from the element, both wind and rain, and from the general earth itself. So it's a very good idea to to separate goats when they are near kidding. Yeah, so the goat will bond with the kid and get to feed maybe after a week or so you can introduce them back to the general herd. So guys, as I said, try and follow some of the steps I recommended up top. I know following those steps would go a far way in preventing pregnancy, toxemia, and trust me, you don't want that because you'd lose both. You could lose the mother and the kids, and that's a big setback. Not only as it relates to the development of your herd, but also financially, because you lose a kid, you lose a mother. It takes a lot to get a kid up to breeding stage, so you don't want to lose that. And it is something that you could have prevented just by adding a little more feed. So it's best to spend now than to spend later. You'll get the result back in the kids. So spend on the feed, spend on the vitamin. No shortcut, guys. Don't cut corners with your animals. Don't try to save $1 here and cost you thousands down the line. As they say, penny wise, pound foolish. So add a little vitamin to the pregnant ewes. Give them extra feed. Make sure they have access to fresh grass, hay if possible, grains, free choice mineral, fresh water, which is maybe the cheapest of all, but oftentimes overlooked. So yes, guys. And if you have not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead, subscribe, comment, like the video. As I said, as I grow, I share my experience, I share the growth of the farm, and it is there for persons to comment and to like, share your experience in your era. How do you prepare? How do you go about things? Might be different from what we do here. So yeah, that's it for this goat. So I'm gonna go to the other goat and do the comparison. So this is another doe that is close to kidding. Right, I was trying to find one that is much closer, but as you can see, observe the obvious sinking between the stomach and the back end, that back line there. It's on both sides. So that's the kid there going down. So and position yourself to be birthed. So this goat have access to grains, some fresh grass, same free choice mineral. So that is what I was saying, guys, the signs. So you can tell this goat is about a couple days, a week out maximum, because you can already see the sinking. So the kids are positioning themselves to be birthed. So you just have to observe the animals. So this is from my observation along with a little bit of research. Thatchfield trying to cut the import bill here in the Highland, providing food security for our profit, of course. That's my tagline. The other goat there just kidded a week ago. So both of them share mineral. So that is the sinking. This goat is not so friendly, so I'm not gonna try to touch her much. She probably don't wanna disturb her too much. But this ends in my feeder. They're probably on some eggs there. Probably. Oh, it's two of them. Two hens there. I didn't even observe that they were there. So this is the sinking there I'm talking about here. Realize flat. Alright, mom, I'm not gonna disturb you too much. Just trying to point out to the viewers what exactly I was talking about as it relates to that sinking. Our breast is already filled out. Our vaginal hair is swell. I would want to take a look at the back line, but as you can see, she's not so friendly. See if the ears. Yeah, it's loosening up. It's not fully loose, but it's loosening up. You can see it's already loosening up, and you can see the kids are low. Realize how low that tummy is now. The tummy is almost under her, and this space here that I was talking about in the back line, that's sinking. See, kids are gone down. The kids are positioning themselves. So maybe in another couple of days, this goat will give birth. So thanks for watching, guys. Continue to share the journey with us and the experience.